Hey everybody, this is Richie from the Metal Cell podcast. First of all, I want to give a shout out to our main sponsors, Rising Suns, the award-winning brewery in Cork. Do call in for a beer, lads, if you are in Cork, and tell them that Richie sent ye. Sounds good? Okay.
Absolutely, I'll be there.
Hell yeah.
Let's do.
Yes. Now hide that can out of the way there. Jesus Christ, Mike. He's drinking his non-alcoholic Guinness.
Yeah.
I'll get rid of it.
But listen,
It's a zero.
I'll just sponsor that there now.
I'm only messing.
Black
Lads,
tape around that can.
welcome to the
Throw
show.
back
I've got 12 Gauge Outrage with me. I've got Richie, Ciaran, Bryan, and Mike on the show, lads. Thanks for joining me tonight. Fair play.
Hey,
Thanks
for having us.
Thank you.
All at once.
Yes, it's been a while.
Everyone.
It's been a while coming. We tried once or twice, but I was on the way home tonight, actually. I was trying to think, where the fuck did I meet the boys? And I was going, I think it was Evil. And then I was going, no, it definitely wasn't Evil.
Oh, waste.
Yeah, because I was off my face for Evil. And then I was going, then I thought of it. It was municipal waste. And then I went, sure, I was off my face for that as well. Yeah. But that was a great gig.
That was fantastic.
Yeah,
Really one night we bumped into you and you were like, I'll see you up in the front row. I didn't see you again the rest of the night.
Oh, lads, that was just great fun. What a band. I've never seen him that intimately before. I've seen him in festivals, but I've never seen him up close in front. It was fucking amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah. I missed it years ago when I was younger. They were playing, I think it was Whelan's up in Dublin years ago. My brother went to see it. He got me into Municipal Waste and I missed it. And I've been dying for them to come back since. And what a gig for such a, I suppose, intimate few gigs that they did. It's mental how, they're a headline band. They're a big stage band. It's odd just seeing them so close.
Energy was insane.
Yeah, it was mental. Yeah.
Would you put Gamma Bomb below them in your opinion now, or would you put Gamma Bomb on the same level?
Richie, what are you doing?
I know. You know what?
Come on.
It's not. It's like an on par. It's an on par thing, especially because I suppose Gamma Bomb are Irish as well. It's kind of an on par. It's kind of a point of pride.
Absolutely.
It's a point of pride having a band with that quality of talent. In such a small country,
isn't it?
Municipal Waste for me, I've been listening to them since I was about 12.
Yeah.
So it's great to see certain bands of that same influence come out of tiny little Ireland.
Having a bit of favoritism because it's banned from when you were very, very young.
I'm completely biased for that. Yeah,
I remember a bit of that.
Yeah,
I remember seeing a thing on in Kerrang magazine. Oh, literally, I'd say how long are they going now? It was they had just started and they were banned to watch. Gamma Bomb coming out of Ireland, big things coming soon, and all the traditional metal senses are saying that. And it was look, they've gone from strength to strength. It's awesome.
It is.
Hopefully, I get to see them on their next kind of round of.
Days. Yeah. Do you know? I'd love to play with them sometime. I absolutely love to play with them.
No, you're dead right. You're dead right. If you don't say it, nobody would know.
That's true.
Loved it.
And they're the nicest fucking dudes as well. Oh my god, fucking hell.
But you had them on for a track by track quite recently, didn't you? Actually,
I did. And
no.
And not only that, I was Snowy on stage at the Siege.
Oh, yeah.
So, a reveal there for those that don't know. And it was really difficult because the only way you can see through Snowy's, you can't see through his eyes, you see through his mouth, okay? So, and I'm a tall dude, so I put it on me and then I'm going, Jesus Christ, my vision is restricted. I could only see all the lads' legs. And I'm going, don't stand on the cables, don't trip over anything like that. I'm hitting off fucking guitar stocks and everything, but it's just...
No, I know it's a strange sentence to say, Richie, but I know the feeling. I've dressed up in many furry puppets many times, so I know how you felt there.
Michael, what you do at home,
keep that to yourself,
for money.
Even better.
Oh man, you could take that so many different ways.
If you do something well, get paid for it.
There's a reason this room has all the black curtains on it. It's a totally different place when we're not being professional.
There's a puppet show behind you.
Yeah.
We play hard.
Hey. So you're just fresh out of recording the live album, lads. How did that go?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it was fantastic. Yeah.
Mental.
Very, very good. Great night. It was fantastic.
Great crack. I think it was like about 120 people. Presentation
class.
center in Enniscorthy. It went off without a hitch, thank fuck. Normally these things are an absolute clusterfuck, but like we hired the sound crew, the camera crew, great friends of ours, and everything. I'm just so happy because we're still going through the wreckage of it. Like we're still fucking going through the rubble. There's like 3 terabytes of video. There's like I don't know how many gigabytes of audio. Like it's just, but it looks to be one of the coolest things that I've personally ever done, and I hope that we've ever done.
Yeah, I think it's going to be up there once we get through it. Like, there's so much.
It's one of those
work,
things where, like, when Bryan sets out to do something, it is not half-assed. It's just like 120% most of the time. So, yeah,
every band needs one of those.
You gotta love that hustle.
I mean, when it comes out afterwards, that what comes out of it, Jesus, yeah.
Well, even like just the recording stuff. The gig itself was actually just class.
Fantastic.
Like,
The crowd
the other 3 bands on the night were fantastic as well.
Yeah,
so
we
was
particularly Barmp were the first band up. They were the only other kind of originals band.
That was their first gig.
That was their first gig, and
cool.
they were so tight. It was mental. Like it's crazy. They're definitely one to watch coming out of Wexford. They're amazing.
100%. So good.
Real Queens of the Stone Age.
Give me an idea.
Yeah,
okay, Queens of Stone Age. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're like a real. I don't know. It's like a grungy, heavy kind of rock, and it's definitely like a Queens of the Stone Age in the.
Yeah,
I suppose
fuzzy, heavy 3-piece with really odd time signatures. Every now and again. You know what I mean? So.
I'm telling you, lads,
we're just giving it absolute socks.
With the bands that are coming through, it looks like 90s grunge is coming back big time. Like there's a huge influence now in musicians that are playing this stuff. You know, you can see it now, which is lovely because, you know, I was old enough, to see Jesus Christ. Like I saw Alice in Chains, I saw Soundgarden at just when they were starting out, and then to kind of see the whole Nirvana thing and all that. And now the fruits of those influences are coming through in younger bands, and you can hear it. Like, it's great. Like, and they're doing their own take on it.
Really great to hear.
It's so strange, actually, speaking of younger bands, just like all of this music. Now, I know it's even 20 years maybe prior to us, but like all these young kids, 16, 17, 18, who are all just like, oh, you know, Rust in Peace is the best album ever. Or like, you know, God, how about that Suicidal Tendencies? It's like, this music is 3 times older than you are. How do you know? It's in a great way. You know what I mean? You know, cool, that music's never going to die. All good music never dies, you know?
So what about the other 2 bands, Absinthe and Crimson? Is it? Are they up still local bands?
Yeah, they're the other 2.
Yeah. Absinthe they're an all-girl band. They're all probably
like 16, 17, 18.
16, 17, 18, something like that. Yeah. They're really good. You know, look, you gotta rep it for the girls. Like they bring it hard. You know.
Are they kind of
fantastic?
Indie?
They're kind of rock punk, you know, like
they're
kind of doing
covers and stuff.
They did a few covers. They did
like Rob Zombie and Evanescence.
They did Jack Off Jill.
Yeah.
When's the last time you heard anybody play Jack Off Jill? Like, what the fuck is going on?
They did have one original as well, like, but it'd be great. I'm waiting to see them come out with a few more originals.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're definitely one to watch. Like,
the original was great.
Yeah.
Great plug there on the show for them. And Crimson,
of course.
Yeah, they're a local rock band. They're very much cut from the kind of cloth of Led Zeppelin, kind of Foreigner, kind of all the kind of, you know, like kind of riff orientated rock fronted by like a very braggadocious sort of frontman kind of thing. Nice. You know what I mean? They're great. They've got so many good songs. Well, I think they're fantastic. They've been going about a year, I think.
I was saying to him, they said they were going about a year. They've had a few different lineups and stuff like that, but I think as kind of the band that they have at the moment, they've been going for about a year.
They used to have an organist, and it wasn't like a guy on keys. He had like a full blown like Hammond organ.
Wow.
And I nearly because we a band unfortunately pulled out, a friend of ours, so we booked them as a replacement, and I'm not afraid to say this. I'm open about this. We nearly did, or I nearly didn't, because I was like, look, it's one thing to deal with maybe a left-handed drummer or changing out amps, but I'm not fucking hauling an actual organ off the stage. Like, I don't give a shit about your tone. It was like, just get a regular keyboard, please. But he left ages ago because apparently stage fright. But
imagine how tight the car trip would have been. Oh my god!
Oh, I've seen them like tour with that shit. It's a nightmare. You know what I mean?
Fucking Tetris. Yeah.
They actually, I think they bought my organ.
Yeah.
So how many songs had you to like, even just the whole fucking thought process of what songs to put in and leave out for the live album, and maybe answer that? And then
13 songs.
You played 13.
Yeah, we had 13 altogether. One cover and 12 originals. So
oh, cool. What was the cover?
Lux Eterna.
Really?
That was yeah. We figured we'd make Michael sweat a little.
Yeah.
134 BPM, I think it was.
You know, get to the end of the gig and then make me do Lux Eterna.
Yeah.
The speed out of some of our songs were like, "Here, Michael, like, go on, sweat more." You know.
Yeah,
when you write the songs, you can just like slow them down all you want, but when it's a cover, you can't. You know. But no, it was hard. It was kind of hard to pick the songs in a way, because there's like, not to sound so like, you get attached to songs.
Yeah. The new EP was always going to be in its entirety anyway. That was like the first thing on it. Like, but then you're trying to pick out like the rest of the songs. Like, we had one song we swore we were never going to play again. We were sick of it. We had opened every gig with it for about 6 years.
And I like,
which one
we swore
was that?
we'd never play it again, and then.
Well, you swore you'd never play it again.
Well, no, we didn't. No, I
we
didn't.
do it every sound check.
Yeah,
we do it every sound check.
Me and Reggie swore we would never play It's Fallen. It was the single from Deadly Sins. We swore we would never play it again because we've played it so much in the past. But Brian's like a really big fan of it.
It's a good song. Like, just be proud of it.
We were randomly like messing and we started playing it in practice, and we went through the whole thing. We were just like big smiles on our face, and we're like, I guess we're playing that. So
when you don't do a song for like 4 years and you still remember it first time, it's probably worth doing.
Pre-COVID, the last time we played that at all, and then we just jammed it, and it was like, this, okay, it's been long enough, long enough now, so we'll bring it back for this one. So that was it was one of our like most well-known songs as well. So doing the live album, I think we had to have it in it as well. You know, so
I think cool. For a lot of the songs that we picked to play were kind of songs that I suppose we've known in the past that a lot of people have kind of sung along to. So it's like, you know, so it's kind of one of those easy things where it's like, if you have a nice chorus in it and people know the lyrics, kind of like stick that in the set and have them sing along to you.
Then really.
Like, it's
No, not in that regard.
No, there's a few songs that I would have loved to have played, but you know, they're songs for other set lists. Maybe for that night, I think the songs we picked were kind of spot on for crowd response and stuff like that.
Which there was, which was really nice.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. I don't care who you are, you never, or maybe I don't, but you never really get used to the whole hearing people sing your music back. You know, because it's always this, like, not that it's a battle playing live music, but like, you've always that thing of like, we're here, we're going to show that we're fucking good. And like, that's kind of the gig. But when you walk into a scenario where like, you don't have to prove that you're good, you can just kick back and be like, we're with our like fans. It's the weirdest and coolest feeling. You know what I mean?
It's like, I have my in-ears in when we're playing. So I hear absolutely nothing except what goes into my ears. And I was going back after the gig, watching some videos from like Instagram and hearing people sing it. And I was like, they're not singing that, are they? That's it. That's what? That's wild.
Mind blowing.
Yeah, like especially the stuff on the new EP. The kids here seem to like really like them songs and they're singing them back at us. And I don't think I'll ever get used to that. It's very strange.
Like I watched your.
We got a lot of.
Sorry, no, I was just going to say, I watched your Sligo Whiplash live stream, and that was filmed so well, and you sounded great on it. Even though I couldn't be there personally, but you know, it was great to see it. You know,
That was great.
That was good fun. That was
really good.
That was in lieu of what was originally meant to be our Golden Discs gig.
Yes,
we were meant to play in Golden Discs in Wexford Town, and there was a
storm.
Was it an orange? I don't think it was red. It was an orange weather warning, and Golden Discs were like, "Look, we're on the coast. We actually can't get people.
Yeah.
We can't ask people to come out tonight."
Yeah.
So it got postponed. So look, we got the recording of the video of the set and whip at in Sligo, and the soundman, I don't know his name, but shout out to him. He was the nicest soundman I think I've dealt with in a long time. He let us get the multi-track recording off the desk, and Reggie mixed it, and yeah, we just got to put it out. So it was handy, you know what I mean? We've been kind of warming up for this live EP
from our
thing.
own sitting room. It was deadly.
Yeah.
So one other gig
Sligo
that I
was
want.
great. Benny was, and he was so nice to us the whole day.
there.
Like, we were opening, and he was proper star.
It was Benny and Owen, wasn't it? Owen was running the merch table.
They were
we were chatting to him
top-notch
all
guys.
night. Yeah, they're both were
What a shout out to them.
class. Yeah.
Yeah. We had a great time. I like, my only regret about Sligo is
Not staying.
Well, yeah, they all stayed. I drove home, so it was like was it 3 hours up, 3 hours back kind of thing. But I like my own bed, you know. So I will go home. Yeah.
Yeah, there was some great bands on the day as well. They got a great lineup assembled for it, you know, and a huge shout out to them. And hopefully they'll keep going the way they're going with it. Like.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's genuinely
some of those
amazing.
bands were awesome.
Yeah.
They like Blood Soaked were class.
Bloodsoaked.
Fair play to them for like
great,
getting back together, like fucking, like I don't know how many years after they broke. Because I checked them out online. They were like originally formed in 1990, and then they reformed over COVID. And it's like, fuck, fair play. You know, most bands
Your
broke up
man
over.
said 20 years.
Yeah,
I think is what he said. That's
Something like that.
insane.
Yeah.
Fair play to them. Like.
and there was wasn't it it's Tusk, isn't it? Or
Oh yeah, Tusk.
Tusk, it's just Tusk. Yeah, they were fucking
They
phenomenal.
were amazing.
They were brilliant. Yeah, that guy, I really gel with that kind of singing, and then the Cove Boys just like tore everyone's heads clean off.
We've known the Cove Boys for years. It was really nice catching up with them as well. Like
That's right. Actually, you've played a few gigs together, haven't you?
Yeah, good few gigs with them.
Down in Cove, God, what was it? The wheelhouse?
The wheelhouse.
Rip the wheelhouse.
Wellhouse.
The wellhouse. Yeah, shout out to the wellhouse. May it rest in
in pieces.
Yeah.
So one other gig I want to talk to you about as well. You got a really cool support slot with Jeff Tate in the Opium.
Very aware, very lucky, and very thankful.
That
for
was
that.
awesome.
I think we found out about it only like 2 or 3 weeks beforehand.
Yeah,
it was very short notice. It was about 2 weeks. Like then it was just like, is this real? Am I being conned? You know, just getting this email going like, nah, this is spam. I'm just going to delete this message. Like, you know, it's not real. But that was just bizarre. But yeah, no, checked it all out and absolutely just like, you know, took their hand with it. Like, you know, to go to support Jeff Tate. It's like, this is class.
Yeah.
Like,
the amount of like people that I would have, like, I suppose older people that would have like listened. I'm saying older, like they're much older than me anyway, but like the generation of like Queensryche era, kind of like 1980s, you know, and we were kind of like I was saying, oh yeah, no, we're going to support Jeff Tate. And we're like, you're what?
Yeah.
No, it's
it was so cool. Yeah,
it was. I had that getting a haircut the week after. I said to the hairdresser that I was supporting Jeff Tate. He went, what?
Hold up here.
Jesus Christ.
No, they were all. We've been very lucky this year that all of the people we've experienced as like promoters, organizers, other bands, like they've all been amazing. Like it was what was the promoter's name? Lloyd
Lloyd
of
Barber.
The Rock, in Dublin. Like he was the promoter for the gig, and like the first thing he did was he walked up to us, he shook all of our hands, he was like, do you want a beer? Like, here's like what's going on. Like, look, we've been treated so well this year, and it's so nice to experience these, not only these amazing gigs, but like the amazing people who are putting them on.
Yeah.
You know, like there's always that trope of people who organize gigs are kind of acerbic or like they're a bit kind of shitty, but like, no, we've had the exact opposite experience. Everyone's been like a top fucking person all year. Like
every single promoter we've had this year, you can just you can smell the passion for what they're doing out of them. Right, it's the only way to put it.
That was me. Sorry.
Sorry, that was Ryan. Loves promoting.
I would say one of my favorite moments from the Jeff taking was during the sound check. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. Was
what happened?
Lads, the band were sound checking and his band, and Jeff hadn't shown up yet, so he just starts strolling in from the back of the room with his Centra bag. What's in the bag, Jeff?
Couple of cans.
Bag of cans, Jeff.
Strolled to the back and then emerged as a rock star. What was in that Centra bag?
There he is.
No, I have to say it's funny because one of the guitarists for Jeff is a guy we've known for years. We played with him when he was James Brown. Yeah. He's from Kilkenny. He played in a band with us. In the same gig years ago.
Many gigs.
When he was 10 years 16, 17 at the time.
Yeah.
Jesus,
he's an immense guitarist. Yeah, but it was so nice bumping into him, chatting away to him, you know. He's been playing with Jeff. I think it was just before COVID, and when we went into COVID, they were let go, and then afterwards he got the call again. He was like, absolutely, yep, no problem. Took it.
How could you not? Like, he was telling us like, oh yeah, I'm going home to Kilkenny for 2 days now, and then I go to like
Germany,
then Italy, then like Austria, and then I go to Turkey for like 3 weeks, and then like their tour wraps
over
up
to America.
They've just come off a 6-week tour of America. You're just like, and he's just so like he's so nice, he's nonchalant about it. And it's like I don't care how nonchalant you are about it. You can't just be like, oh, I just came back off 6 weeks touring in America. It's like fuck off. Like you know, like come on, like you know, it's like you can't just drop that, you know.
And then, he was just like, oh yeah, I've just done that, and then instantly start reminiscing of like the younger days.
How's things back?
He just played the same gig with us in town here, and then like, you know, we didn't hear from him for a while. Next thing you know, he's on tour with Jeff Tate. I was like, when did this happen?
He must be seriously great guitarist, lad.
Often.
Oh, he's phenomenal. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. No, he's
the talent is
showman, all of them as well.
Stop.
I
envy that.
Yeah, the stage presence.
I envy the choreography. Like, you know, not that I want to be again like doing spins and flips, but like just. You know, they're a band that have been doing it a long time. Like, they're so well oiled.
You can see the work put in. You can see the work put in.
You can see it's their job. Like, you know, that's all they do.
I like that none of us have just been like, and Jeff Tate was good too. You know what I'm saying?
Jeff was all right, yeah.
Oh my God, that man, for being what, he's like,
I think he's like 62 or 3.
64,
I think, 64.
And his voice is still perfect. You'd be listening to Operation Mindcrime.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Yep. It's spot on. Jesus. You see some like older vocalists nowadays that cannot, like Vince Neil, for example, that just struggle, you know?
Yeah.
But he's obviously taken care of his voice, and it really shows. It's so impressive.
I don't think anything's down-tuned either. I think it's still the original key. You know, fair fucks.
Yeah,
I can't even do that anymore.
He spends a lot of time in my hometown in Youghal. There's a recording studio there, Clay Castle Studios. Shout out to Warren Tivey. Really? Yeah, so Jeff recorded in there a few times, and you know, which was nice as well, because my mate Shaka, who's just one of the biggest Queensryche fans I know, he's around probably 8 years older than me, I'd say, and he got in contact with Warren, going, is it true that Jeff is recording down the studios? And Warren goes, yeah, he is. Yeah, do you want to come down and say hello? And like, this is the equivalent to fucking us meeting Hetfield. You know what I mean? It's just, what? Holy shit, is that okay by him? And Warren goes, yeah, there's no problem. So Shaka and the brother went down, got the pictures, and said he's an absolute gent. And I, you know, I think a lot of the problem with us as Irish men and women, I think we're just insanely aware of just not bugging people, especially famous people.
Yeah.
I think it's just in us. Just to
I know. I won't. I know.
Look. Listen, nice to me. And he probably wanted a conversation with them. No. Listen, take care, and thanks a million for the phone.
I'll leave you after that. Don't mean to be interrupted. Would you like a cup of tea? Do you want a cup of tea there? No, I'll make that one for you.
I think that's just. I think that's inbuilt in all of us, like, and I think that's what would happen if I met Hetfield as well. I'd just be super conscious of not boring him or bugging him. It'd be just like to my own detriment.
Or you know, proper fanboy. You don't want to do that. Like,
no, you
just sort of shake his hand and be cool.
Or just
anyway,
cry.
Look.
Cry.
Well, I
don't let him see me cry though.
Lads, we're here to talk about the Siren EP before we get down another rabbit hole with Hetfield.
Yeah. Oh,
so what's the reaction been like so far?
Oh, actually, so much better than we ever expected. Like it's literally been like tenfold. I think what we expected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's so positive, and if there ever is criticism, it's incredibly constructive, and it's really good. You know what I mean? Like we really got lucky this time around with like what we got from everyone around us. You know, internationally and nationally, mind you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
it's been a fantastic response to it. Like I'd say, like it's more than I ever thought would have happened. Yeah. Just even like looking at the views on Spotify and YouTube and everything, you know, and all that stuff. Like you can't help but keep an eye on it, and it's just like blowing the other stuff out of the water. And even the 2 gigs in town here, and the fact that like I know the teenagers and all are singing our songs back, and we only released them like 6 months ago. You know, it's fantastic. It's just, I love it.
We were kind of terrified because Bryan did a bit of recon at one gig that was in an escort, and he was kind of talking to some of the goers that were there, and he was just like, you know, have you heard of us? And they were like, no, kind of thing, you know. Yeah. So when we had the first gig there, we were like, but they don't know us. They're not going to stay around for us. And we were like, I was terrified. I don't know about you guys, but you know,
I suppose when you think about it, I never really thought about it before, but I suppose it was a different kind of genre gig. So, you know, in fairness, I guess you can't really turn up to like an indie gig and be like, you wanted a big metal gig, it doesn't really work. Like, so, you know.
But the positive reaction to the Siren EP, and it's like, it's even the artwork and everything, like everyone's just like, that is so different. Like it just stands out, and it's just so clean and stuff as well. So I just wanted to point out the artwork as well. It's fantastic. Yeah. You know,
it is an artwork. Like it's a tangible, physical piece of art. Like
it's
not
a
like
lino print. Done by Andrea Hartz.
It's my partner did it. We kind of stayed in house for the whole thing, really. So yeah, like there is at my house that lino print exists. It is there on a shelf in my house, ready to go.
Yeah, we all each have one.
What was the actual size of it, Mike?
Hold on, I'll go get it. It's right there.
Yeah,
hold on.
We're looking at it right now.
Okay, excellent. And
he asked you.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. So it's actually small.
That's one of the originals. Like that's one of the first 5 that ever got printed.
Brilliant.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I'll get rid of it again. So
it's cool with this like that. Like we did put a bit more work into this one, I think, than any previous one. Like it took a bit longer, especially considering it's 5 songs. But I think it really worked out for us in the end. Like, you know, we really, really took our time on the songs. And I think it shows in them. Like, I think you tend to agree with me that there's a step up in kind of every aspect of it. Like,
I think
from songwriting to production.
Yeah.
So it's been really good to see people react well to it, you know.
I think that step up came from 2 things. Is like beforehand there would have been, you know, write a song, bring it to the table, everyone learn it, and we, you know, would develop it a little over time of just playing it and getting used to it. But this one, we would bring a song, we would all sit down and we would work on it for a month, 2 months, 3 months for some of the songs, and we would just start piecing bits together, and we all collectively collaborated and really put them together.
I remember even when we got back together after COVID in like August 21, I think it was, we said we just weren't going to play any gigs because we get distracted playing gigs and we don't even practice for them, and we just wanted to sit down and write the EP. So we actually just took ages. I think it was 2022, like February or March, I think, before we actually played a gig again.
And the only reason why we took a gig was because Jimmy.
It was in Belfast.
Belfast was the next one after, I think, was for Jimmy asked us to play, and we were like, we couldn't exactly turn down Jimmy.
Can't turn down some people.
Turn down Jimmy's playing.
We wanted to take time with it and just really, you know, just have input from everybody where, you know, it's not just like, oh, just slap some drums on that mic. It was more like everyone was involved.
It was my first time kind of being there from start to finish. The last one, the boys had done a bit of work.
In fairness, likewise, because I had joined, I think, when Deadly Sins was just... No, sorry, I was there for all of... I'm forgetting all about Revelations because I am an idiot. Never mind. We have other releases, don't we? Sorry, just this EP.
We have other songs.
We're so happy, genuinely, we're so happy with this EP that, like, sometimes sometimes you just forget that we've been a band for 10 years.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of a new age.
It felt like a line in the sand, kind of. Look, I can't really speak for the boys, but for me, like being the first time that I was there from start to finish, like, I feel like I had proper. This CEP has me on it, properly. Like, I know I was on the last one too, but I didn't get a chance to put my touch on it. So for me, it feels like a different band to what it was before. I don't know.
It feels like a band's album. That's what it's all of us. Each and every one of us are in it, and it's not like beforehand where I like myself and Reggie would write basically all the songs, put them together, and that was kind of it. We would bring them to the table, all learn them, and kind of get used to playing them. Not this time. We were just like, and it's one of those things that ever since we've done it, I'm just like not anymore. Just that it's we'll write a few bits of songs, bring them to the table, and all of them just work through them and get them done. Because it's proven to have really shown exactly who we are.
Yeah. Everyone has a hand in everything.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Helped me write drums.
So here's the thing, lads, right? Because this came up in the previous podcast, and I was just I actually brought it up myself, and I'm actually going to say it to you as well, because like when we went through COVID and that fucking horrible situation that it was in, everybody that was gigging stopped, and then there was a period there as a musician. You're suddenly there on your own. Now, some musicians work well on their own, and others like work well together. But I'm just wondering, when you came out of COVID, you had that calmness, I suppose, of not gigging for a while. And did that help you maybe focus more so on getting
I think it did, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. I think during COVID, we all kind of just took a little step back and recuperated. Yeah. I think, like, I can't speak for everyone, but I felt a little burnt out with everything. Yeah. I felt that, like, I wasn't progressing in the band. We weren't getting really anywhere. During COVID, we all just kind of took a step back. We would chat away, keep things going that way, but we just kind of distanced ourselves from music. I didn't play guitar for, I'd say, a year before I picked it up again. And as soon as we got out of COVID, we had our first practice in, you said August, was it?
It was August 20.
August. And it felt amazing. It felt fantastic and so much fun. Yeah. I think after that, we were just like, let's bam straight into it. And we really just took the whip and cracked it and just went straight in. Like,
yeah, I think we had like the nucleus of like a lot of the songs kind of pre-COVID, and then we just shelved everything. Yeah. Just because we had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one of the songs is almost 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old.
Control was wrote before COVID.
Yeah.
I don't think we played. I think we played it in Belfast before COVID.
We played it before. It was our last gig in Metal to the Masses. Yeah. Just before COVID. Literally, COVID lockdown was like 3 days later or something like that.
It was. Yeah, it was right.
Yeah, that was the one I went to hospital at.
Yes, Bryan went to hospital.
I remember talking to someone at that gig, and they were like, "Yeah, we just flew back from Italy, and we had to fly into Dublin and get a bus to Belfast. And then when COVID kicked off, they said the first case came in from Italy into Dublin, and they got a bus to Belfast, and I spent the whole bus journey home from Belfast going, oh fuck, I feel unwell, is it COVID? Am I gonna die? And it's just, I didn't, thankfully, or you know, but maybe I did, and this is all a really.
There was a genuine fear there as well, you know, because nobody knew what the fuck to expect out of this whole thing, and I think
fear of the unknown.
Completely.
And I think a lot of fucking great music, which is only coming through in the last few months, is definitely. There's definitely a COVID influence in it. Not so much the fucking actual lyrics or any of that shit, but it's the actual concentration and the kind of the fact that a lot of musicians were going, holy shit, we could actually lose something here that we really love doing, and just got everybody back with a good focus and to create something really good out of it.
Well, just even from organizing like events kind of in and around Wexford and stuff like that, like I've noticed, especially with young people, this huge uptick in like bands forming, kids taking up instruments, people wanting to put themselves out there more. I think it was, you know, a fantastic reset for everyone. You know, I think we went from kids not wanting to get up on stage for fear of whatever to just literally people like we run Outrage Entertainment as a band, like, and we're just constantly getting hit up by young kids just like, please give us a gig, and we want to give them gigs, but like there's so many bands out there, we actually just can't keep up. Like,
it's fantastic because we had
a great problem to have.
It is a fantastic. It is the complete flip opposite to like 20, you know, right before COVID. Bands were breaking up. There were no kids involved. Like no future. You know, no one taking the torch, and now there's people fucking fighting for the torch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, before COVID, we didn't play in Wexford. It was kind of a joke amongst us that like we played everywhere but Wexford. Like never. I think I played
rarely.
I think I played 2 gigs with this band. Art Centre in the county we're from. In the whole time I was in the band, and now after COVID, there's an actual scene here. Out of nowhere, and it's insane, and it's so nice to see.
I remember 4 years without playing here at Wexford. We played like in, I think it was 2014. I think we played in Wexford town, and then it was another 4 years, I think, again before we actually played in our hometown. It's just insane,
and it's kind of one of those things because we were talking about before. I suppose Outrage Entertainment came about is. We were talking about the fact there was no scene for us to play, and would anyone really come to a gig if we put it on in our own town? And it's really horrible to kind of think about that. Like even the fact that we haven't played, it's like, isn't it? It was a horrible feeling that no one knew us, I suppose, from the town, or we hadn't played there for a while. Because I think we're all a little, like, I suppose, not passionate, but we're proud to be from Wexford. We're proud that we've all come from here.
In fact, we can just say just how proud we are. I was putting the windshields on the microphones, and I purposefully put these two together for purple and gold. That's a conscious decision. We're that patriotic. As a
proud Wexford lads.
Up Wexford.
Up Wexford. And it's every gig we'd be saying up Wexford on stage at some point.
And it's a shame, Brian, they look blue to me.
I fucking said that. Look,
it's the light.
What am I? The windsock man? I don't have enough.
Fucking blue.
Brian has the fibber settings on some of the lights here.
Yeah, I actually have that. So I have like the Wi-Fi bulbs in the roof, and it's called fibbers mode, which turns everything to like an obnoxious purple and red where you can't really see anything. Because when we were getting back into the swing, of gigging, we weren't used to, like, you know, the whole room's lit up as a room would be, and we weren't used to playing in the dark, you know, where you're not really looking at anything. So I just fibbers mode, as in like there's a, you know, underground fucking dungeon simulator of a music venue, you know? And it worked. You know, we got up to speed quicker because we're in the dark basically.
Can't see what I'm playing. I better get used to that.
Hey, look, a random smoke machine going off.
That's not a smoke machine.
So you picked Control as your first single, lads. Was it the obvious one? I think it was, really.
Yeah, I think
so.
Yeah.
At that point, we had spent a lot of time. At the start, Control was the first one we all worked on. I think we put a lot into that. So I think it was kind of the more obvious, proud, most polished one as well.
Yeah, I think it was just from practicing it over and over, and we just kind of knew. You just had a feeling that it was the single. You know, that we were pushing it. Like it was just, it just hits right.
Okay, I'm gonna play it here then, and we'll get back to it. fucking great single, lads. Fuck me. Love it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Fair play. Just, with the EP called Sirens, and then with the artwork, I think, is there just maybe one song that's relevant to the artwork? And this is me just guessing. Is it My Ever Sleep?
Do you know what? You're the first to ponder that one.
Yeah. Do you know what the funny thing is, though?
It fits.
It does.
It does fit.
It fits nicely.
The artwork and everything. It's the Hangman is that the inspiration for the artwork. We say.
Okay.
The name of the EP as well. It's the Hangman that comes from.
But yeah, you wouldn't be too far wrong on.
You wouldn't be, no.
On My Ever
I think
Sleep
probably
either.
To Shreds is the only song it wouldn't fit with.
Yeah. Control, even then it fits as well.
Control works too. Yeah. Just to Shreds, we literally wrote in 5 minutes, and that's just kind of the joke. It's like, it's about Futurama. For
it's about
fuck's sake,
Futurama, yeah.
But so the siren.
So it's not that one.
The siren thing the siren motif does fit with every song, though. Yeah.
It was the Hangman specifically, I think, that it came from.
I think it came about when you said that you had the chorus, you wanted it, because when you showed it to us, you were like, you wanted it like it was a siren kind of calling back. It was the person that you were under kind of like this, essentially, control, I suppose.
Under a spell.
The
idea was that it was two voices, and then, there's kind of like a call and response kind of thing.
Okay.
So there's the person, the siren, and then there's the other person, kind of under their spell. So it's kind of call and response kind of thing. So that's the artwork, is like the siren's reaching up and it's going to pull, like, the sailor to his death kind of thing. Like, but you just can't help but, go towards it. So that's what the song was about.
Like the control and sirens and all this kind of the motif that just went through it all. That wasn't even a conscious decision. It just kind of happened. I guess it was the headspace we were in.
Because like I think all of the songs, bar obviously To Shreds, are very much based around our own mental headspace, I suppose, throughout the years at the time. Whether it be just depression, anxiety,
you being intensely anti-authoritarian.
Intensely, also that, yes.
Yeah. And then Michael,
definitely that in the lyrics.
One of the songs written about your daughter.
Oh yeah.
Michael, is one of the songs about your daughter?
Yeah, the chorus of I See the Light I wrote about my daughter, because that was just going into COVID. She was born 6 months before that, so it was kind of it was for her.
It's like because I See the Light. I wrote I See the Light as a way for me to deal with, like, I suppose especially during COVID, a lot of people were going through, but it was just me dealing with like a massive depression, anxiety. And I wanted Michael to write the bits of the verse and the chorus, and he came back, and it was the funny thing, because I wrote it essentially about my first verse was essentially me struggling, and the second part was essentially my partner helping me kind of progress through that. And Michael just wrote this perfect kind of balance in the chorus where it was just kind of the joy of him having his daughter, and it very much just balanced the song out really well.
Okay.
Sometimes
that's important, isn't it, lads? That just to even think outside the box, that you don't have to follow this lyrical trade when, as you said, like Rich. That's pretty cool.
Kind of half the fun of it is just kind of hiding like other meanings in it. Like obviously it means something to us, but like on the outset it could just be like, oh, there's this, exactly like To Shreds again. Like it's like you'd never know that was about Futurama unless you like paid attention to it. You know what I mean?
It's literally it's the second episode.
It's
about the second episode from Futurama.
How did he die?
To Shreds,
you say.
Yeah. And how's his wife?
To Shreds, you say.
There we go.
And out of the 5 songs, which is your favorite to play live, lads?
I think mine has been taken over by My Ever Sleep. I love playing that. I love singing.
That's a grower, man. Absolutely. I understand that. That song has really grown on me big time.
Love the chorus.
the Hangman probably, just because of the breakdown in the middle of it is the heaviest thing
you get
we have. So
you get the frowns going in the crowd when you
get that stink
gurning.
face going on. Like,
the
what
China
was that one gig when we played it and your man was just like, it clicked him. He was like, I know what they're about to do. It was Jim, wasn't it? It was Jim from Dirty Casuals down in Cork. Just like giving you that face, just that fucking that lemon sucking face, just like fucking hell.
Yeah, that one's that's a departure from the rest of them. Like that really put the brakes on that one. Like it's slow compared to the rest of it. So you get the frowns out at that point.
What was good about that was when I was writing like the song and I was bringing it to the table. I sent it to Ciaran. I think you said it in work to our dead manager, going like, I know Reggie's in a really, really bad place mentally, but my God, it's the best song he's ever wrote.
The best song he's ever been sent by him.
Like, cheers, I guess.
I swear to Christ, I'm going to make you crap tea from now on just to get good songs out of you.
Never again.
No.
And where did you record the whole thing, lads? Is it in Wexford?
Yep. Right where we're sat.
Okay.
Amongst other places here, I suppose. Yeah, mainly here. This is like, I have like a like a rehearsal space at my house, made up of the Flotsam and Jetsam from about a decade on a cover band, and it does the job, I suppose. You know what I mean? So
he's been humble there. Like this place has been
it's stellar.
It's been so good to us. Like that was even part of the writing process for us. Like, as the Brian's able to record everything we do in here. Like everything, drums, guitars, vocals, straight into his desk, and that really helped our songwriting process along. Like
you can't see it, but I have like the drum over, because this is where the drums go. The drum overheads are like mounted into the ceiling, so I don't have to keep like setting them up, taking them down. So we were able to just keep cutting demos like every single practice. Like we were coming up with ideas, going home with them mixed and listening to them and improving on them. So the writing process, thank fuck, was easy enough. It was hopefully easy enough anyway.
And then another key of this whole thing was that like all the production was done by us. Like Reggie did mainly all the production on this thing, so we were able to do it at our own pace, do it the way we wanted it to be. It did mean like it was, it's tough enough doing writing, recording and everything yourself, but I mean, it really worked out for us.
Like the effort that you put into polishing off all of that was just above and beyond. It was stellar.
We gave him a lot of shots. It was just
thank you.
But sometimes then, lads,
dollars going to work.
But sometimes then, lads, it's hard to see the trees from the forest. So who were you bouncing the songs off of outside of the band just to get feedback to see if you were going in the right direction? Or have you got someone like that?
I normally send it to my partner, Baven.
I think all our partners have been put through it.
Okay.
But in terms of probably like other musicians and other creatives, not that our partners aren't creatives, they very much are, but in terms of like other musicians in this kind of space, in this world we are in, I think it's a purely like selfish EP in the sense that we just made what we wanted. We didn't really bounce it off of anyone. We just kind of fucking...
They're pretty close to the chest.
We kept it. We kept it to ourselves, and we just kind of did it our way, kind of,
Okay.
Which I know that's a risk of the whole echo chamber shit, but like, no, we were just kind of, we had just come off COVID, like we hadn't seen each other or played music with each other in ages, and we just had that spark just fucking going. Like,
I do think something that does bode well for us as well is that none of us are afraid to turn around and say, look, that's not working, and none of us are going to be offended by it either. We're going to be like, look, that's
no,
fair.
it's none of this. We in fairness, thank fuck, we never made a conscious decision to do it, but we fairly stomped out that whole writing by committee crap, like, well, you need a chorus because he got a chorus. It's like, no, if it fucking works, it works. I don't give a shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, fair play, even with this EP, like Reggie like stepped up to the mic for like the first time, like first lead vocals for this one, and we all were just like, I'm a singer, Ciaran's a singer, but we're like, but Reggie's doing it better than we could, like he's delivering it better than any of us could. So
I was so impressed by your take for your verse for the Hangman.
It's a very personal song. I had to sing it.
I thought
that too, but you did do a fantastic job.
It did. It worked out, like, because like I remember it was probably 2 or 3 weeks before the release. I got sent the final mix of the Hangman. I put it on the car on the way home from town one day. And I said nothing to my partner about what it was or anything. And it ended, and she said, "Who was that?" I said, "That was us." And she said, "Oh, that's the best song you've ever done." So, you know, like,
fuck yeah, there you
so,
go.
You know, it's not, you start to realize you've done something there.
Yeah. Total detachment from us as people and more towards us being musicians, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
so yeah, like my partner Baven, like I've shown a lot of the songs to, and even she's like, Revelations is her favorite album.
And her artwork's great for it too.
Yeah, Baven also did the artwork for Revelations, the Four Horsemen for it as well. But she's a big supporter of the band, even though she'll refuse to acknowledge it. But she's very, no, she's always like, no, that's cringe, you know. But no, she's like definitely the person I'll go to show kind of music to and get her opinion on it, because she'll be honest with me. She'll tell me when something's good, or you know, whether something's just not working.
What you want,
well. Like, so it's nice having it outside. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and shout out to Steve Lindsay as well, who is an important fifth member for a while.
Iron Pars, yeah.
He's our Billy Preston.
He literally used to come in the car with us most gigs.
Stephen did our first EP, Deadly Sins, and he's done a rehash of we're about to release, I suppose, early next year, the remaster of About Time, our first EP.
Yes,
so
that's
he's done another one for.
I think it's even like just a flat
re-record. Yeah. It is not. Yeah, it's not a remaster. It's a re-record. Yeah.
Technical limitations be damned. Those are good fucking songs.
Yeah,
Let's do them
great
again.
songs. Yeah. So Stephen's done another rehash of the EP cover for that one as well.
Yeah,
it looks great.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was going to ask you about that. That was my next question. You know, see, I was just like moving. There's a flow to this, like, but
you're a professional. Yeah.
So you do this before, have you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the re-record. Yes. So, like, I know you did that as a 3-piece, and it's going to be interesting now how it's going to sound. Obviously, with Mike on board now as well, and what you're going to bring to it as well, Brian. But to sudden to think that song in particular, for me, I can't wait to hear that re-recorded. Out of the three songs,
that's going to have a different vibe to
it. That's changed a lot.
That was the first song.
That's a song that we're speaking about what songs to cut from the live EP. That's a song that, regardless of what we're doing, every gig, I'm like, can we just fucking do that song?
Yeah.
Please. It's probably like the closest thing we have to like a Motorhead song in a way.
Yeah, we've been gigging that one, so that one is that's going to be this 12 Gauges song, really, by the time it gets down on that CD.
Yeah.
That's cool. So like, even
was the song
when
that brought us together.
Yeah, even when you think back that far, lads, I mean, that was 2014, almost 20 years ago. Or no, 10. Fuck it, 10 years.
10.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck.
We're looking well.
You're looking well, yeah. But like, what was the scene back like then? You know, I just want to, like, 2014. I mean, like, what Waterford probably had a scene back then.
Sal's Waterford. And we used to play in New Ross as well, the CDP in the New Ross.
R.I.P. CDP.
Yeah. That was it was essentially the FDIS, but it'd be a spot for everyone to kind of put gigs onto.
Yeah, it was a fucking punk basement venue.
Like, if you thought of someone's downstairs basement, that was it. There was nails hanging out of the roof, but it was special. It was something special.
Yeah. Did we ever play Parrot World in New Ross?
Oh no, I don't think so.
It's not a punk spot.
Fucking hell.
Parrot World. It was a venue that was built in an old pet shop in the back of it. It was weird. It was great.
Shout out to Connor Corey.
Shout out to Connor. Connor's down in Cork, I think now. So fucking fair play to him. Like, you know,
old punk who kept that scene alive for so long.
Yeah, he did a lot.
It was a beautiful thing.
Well, I mean, like, even going back to Sal's and stuff, and even there in New Ross, I remember being like, you know, in my late teens, early 20s, and it'd be like us shit kicker cover band playing with like some amazing punk band from Holland. And it'd be like, who is deciding these lineups?
Yeah,
you know
he was great.
And why am I getting paid for this? What the fuck is going on? Like, you know, yeah. But
and was David Clear running Murphfest at that stage? Was he, lads? Have you heard of Murphfest?
I don't know.
Not heard of that. No.
Okay, because
it rings a bell, but it's not.
We'd be fearful now of festivals with lads' names in them.
Yeah.
So, like, he was in the Great Ocean Divide. I don't know. Have you heard of that band? The Great Ocean Divide.
No.
I've heard Murph has been.
Yeah.
Where was that?
That was all in Waterford, you see. So I don't know.
All right.
Is there a generation?
Oh, that's why I know it. Yeah. Yeah, no, my partner's from Waterford, but her aunt would have been big into like the Styles gigs and stuff like that. I've heard. I'm pretty sure she has a poster of that band up on the back of her front door. But that's where I've heard Murphfest from. Yeah. But like, I don't think that was around when we were there anyway.
No.
Yeah, because Dave is in Baylor.
There's one lad putting on gigs. Oh yeah.
So that's the dude there, and. So he was running his own gigs down Waterford at the time, but I'm just wondering, I would have thought he would have been around your age, but I'm not sure now, since you don't.
Yeah, I think Baylor are a little older than us. They're not too much older, but
yeah.
The gigs in Waterford that the boys were doing were mainly actually done by Reggie at the time. Like Reggie was just holding those gigs in cells.
Yeah, I was in college at the time and I was putting a few gigs on. Like I think it was like bi-monthly. I was doing it. But I don't remember there being an overlap or anything. But that was when I started doing that was around 2015, 2016.
Yeah. I think kind of at that time, our first gig was held in the Forum in Waterford. That was run by Ben Cunningham.
Fucking hell.
So Ben used to put gigs on in there, and I think that he just kind of finished up. I'm not sure what happened there. He just kind of finished up, and we just kind of took over. Like when Reggie was down in Waterford, he was putting on. Yeah, that's true, actually.
So you took it over and actually killed the fucking scene. Then is that what you're saying? Then that's.
Oh yeah.
Ran it into the ground, man.
I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I was
ran it into the ground.
You know what the funny thing is?
No, it was going great.
Yeah,
it was like till like 2017.
Styles doesn't exist anymore, so you can say
and then it's just like he wanted to change the bar in there. He wanted to have put up the walls and have like these little
separate
little cozies
and
sections and stuff.
Didn't he want like acoustic?
I wanted acoustic music, and I'm like, well, me and the lads are going to rock up with our fucking rigs here and play metal, so we didn't fit anymore for what he
then we
wanted,
turned to Central Arts.
Central Arts was fucking awesome.
Yeah, amazing spot.
And then we ran that into the ground too. It was gone.
Yeah, but I thought the funny thing is, as soon as
we played dice, lads.
As soon as you finished college and we left Waterford,
Ben took over for a while. Didn't
Ben took over for about 2 or 3 gigs, but he then left college as well, and no one's taken over since then. I know there's a couple of rock gigs in Electric Avenue.
Yeah, there's still stuff going on, but there's
nothing for metal.
That was maybe I'm looking back on it with the whole like golden, rose tinted glasses, but like it was just that fucking time. I remember, my first car driving down to Waterford, see bands coming back in the middle of the night. Like, it was great crack.
Yeah, you were in the cover band at the time. So there was a few times you would have a gig somewhere else down the Folks Mills or something, and then you show up in your suit with us.
I turn up in like the monkey suit from the cover band to like play like the gigs with the boys, because like I'd wrap the set up and fucking immediately boot it from like some godforsaken fucking hole in the middle of nowhere to like Waterford as quick as I could, It's
a shame that the Waterford and New Ross kind of really isn't as live as it used to be. Like, you got Animator out of there, so obviously there's something to be had there.
We do want to get back to Waterford though, because we've had we know some people there. We know a lot of great heads that come to gigs there, and we know that there is a scene there that just isn't kind of being seen to. So like if we went down and put on a gig, I'm sure like a good few heads will come down to it.
I hope so anyway.
Yeah. I mean, put it this way, I'd love to get Animator to get a gig on there as well. Like,
that'd be amazing.
I'd support them in a heartbeat. Like,
Oh yeah. Especially if we're putting on the gig, then then we can support them.
We'll put on a gig, we'll get Animator and we'll support them, and we'll get something going back in Waterford again.
We'll support Animator. We know our place. Okay.
It's like it's no different to like you in Waterford, us in Enniscorthy. It's like if you just can't find somewhere to find somewhere to play or something to play with, just fucking do it yourself. It'll be fine,
Okay, I'm gonna play The Hangman, lads. My favorite track of the album. So here we go.
Nice.
Unreal.
Awesome.
of your toxic flames, poison cause of all your shame. Addicted to what's killing me inside. Giving you the higher chasing, giving me the lower you're making. Somehow it was never enough. Lonely with my emptiness, decapitate, emasculate with the fear of being alone. Twist your mind for me, know not what is real. The hangman you see, you may never leave. Twist your mind for me, know not what is real. The hangman you see, you may never leave. Give control to me. Tell you lies, with you are weak. Give your soul to me. You belong to me. Hanging with my head in shame, my repentant soul and pain, pieces of yesterday. Just one more day I'll see, just one more day I'll keep, but tomorrow never comes. Cut me down from the gallows, take me down from my cross. I am broken, I am lost. The monster that I cannot slay, surrender, crawl away. Cannot change my story's end. Twist your mind for me, know not what is real. The hangman you see, you may never leave. Twist your mind for me, know not what is real. The hangman you see, you may never leave. Give control to me. Tell you lies, with you are weak. Give your soul to me. You belong to me.
Okay, that was brilliant. That's my favorite track on the album for the moment. It's The Hanged Man. Lads, like there's so many fucking bands, 80s trash bands that I'm hearing through all this, and I'm just going to name out one band in particular. I would love if he knew of them, but I don't know, do he? There's a band called Evil Dead. Did you ever hear of them?
No, I haven't.
No.
Man, Evil Dead is literally my favorite movie of all time.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Specifically Evil Dead 2 now.
So this is bizarre because, I mean, that's track The Hanged Man. Fucking hell, like, is Evil Dead written all over this? So Annihilation of Civilization. Really? Yes. Come back to me. Ed Repka did the art cover to it. They're one of my favorite trash bands of all time. Like, so Evil Dead, Annihilation of Civilization. I can't wait to hear your reactions when you listen to that album. If you like,
and you're saying trash, the Hanged Man gives you their vibes.
Yeah, definitely. There's another To Shreds as well as another fucking one. I'm just going, Jesus, like, are these lads?
That's like, that's me being on a municipal based waste bin for a bit, like
municipal based. I like that.
You were municipal basting.
Yeah, municipal basting.
Know what we're listening to on the way home now, anyway.
There you go.
Oh yeah, stick that on. Yeah, thank you. I'll check it out.
Absolutely. That's cool. Yeah, it's mad. Like none of us would have heard it.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind. We all have listened to like trash at one point. Like,
yeah,
it's one of my favorite bands back when I was young. Was like Exodus, Overkill, Testament.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. These are the bands that never kind of bubble up, unfortunately, just through, because at the time there was so many releases coming out of the Bay Area and all that. They just got lost in the tide. But
the wellspring.
Yeah, Jesus.
Feels like that here at the moment, Richie, doesn't it? Like the scene here is popping
brilliant.
Off so much. There's so many releases left. Yeah, it's beautiful. Like it really is.
So come on, name out a few of your favorite bands at the moment, then, lads. We'll have a bit of fun.
We can't not mention RPC and Dirty Casuals. Both of them. Just their music is fantastic. Like
Dirty Casuals.
The riffs in them are amazing.
Single. It's not Snook. It's like Snook. I can't pronounce it.
Yeah,
that's really good. And sure, like they just drop a fucking an American Psycho just soundbite in the middle of it for just. Well, I wouldn't say no reason, but you know what I mean. It's like it lends because they can.
Yeah.
Do you mean like nationally or like internationally? Like what bands are we listening to?
Either or, I don't mind, man. It's nice that you can check a few Irish ones anyway, but
locally, like you're looking at like Grey Stag are killing it at the moment.
Grey Stag, fantastic.
We spend a lot of time with Dara from them. Like,
Dara, the beast of a drummer that he is. Yeah,
good friend of the band. Good friend of ours. Really, just all around good guy. Yeah. So shout out
Saint Slaughter, fantastic. Psychosis.
Oh my God, Saint Slaughter at the Siege were fucking fantastic.
I saw the photos and some of the videos, and they looked amazing.
Yeah. What's his name?
Like me and Reggie
sang with him as well.
Me and Reggie were in a band way back in the day called Fatality, and we played with Psychosis in the Pint.
The Whitey Fox now, is it?
Pint?
Yeah, the Whitey Fox.
2011, I'd say.
2011, on Eden Key. And when we met those boys that day, we understood what was going on there. that was a messy affair upstairs.
The lads were into...
they've up to the reputation, that's for sure.
And that was back then.
Didn't you guys get banned because of something they did?
No, we did it together. We did it all together.
Well, there you go.
It was just a messy affair. It was just a messy affair.
It's better to ban us because we were from there.
Yeah, it was good stuff. Psychosis, especially.
Yeah, great band.
And lovely dudes.
There's another act.
Lovely. Tom's soul sound. One of the nicest guys I've met in years.
There's an act in Dublin worth shouting out. It's a friend of ours, David I Hate Dundalk Baker.
Yeah,
he has his solo project Spirits of Malice. He's like one of those Frank Zappa guys who releases, or a Buckethead guy who's like, here's 20 albums.
Yeah.
But
he loves playing music, and it's just like he just puts it out.
Yeah, he's been in loads of bands in Dublin. I think we know him from Belt Buckle Overdrive.
Played them for years.
They were great friends of ours. And he's just a solo act, and he's phenomenal. He's just fantastic guitar player. But he's worth checking out. He's criminally underrated.
It's just, if you like Black Sabbath, I suppose, go. It's like it's nice.
He's on like a real melodic kick at the moment, which is kind of cool. But he's just endless amounts of. I think he's trying to get a live band together. So if you dig it, reach out to him.
Yeah.
Who are you going to say? I totally talked over you.
No, you're good.
Okay, no worries.
You pretty much all tick the boxes. I was going to say.
And more locally, like here then, who opened first the other night with Barmp. They blew me away. They genuinely blew me away. And then the younger bands like the likes of Absent and Dead Memories, Dead Memories.
Dead Memories.
Lots of. It's really lovely to see. There's lots of young bands popping up here in Wexford. So. We're hoping to just give that a little bit of a lift up a little bit, maybe get them in the country.
And you know what? It becomes then a relevant stop for a touring band, that they can play Wexford, if the scene is right.
I think that is genuinely like with myself and all of us doing everything with Outrage Promotions. Outrage Entertainment even. We specifically avoided the promotions thing. We wanted it to sound like a wrestling company. That's why it's Outrage Entertainment. But that was our main goal, was realistically to make Wexford become at least for like this kind of music, or even anything a bit left of field, to be a viable touring stop. Because look, there's a lot of great venues in this county. There's a lot of great venues in every county, but unfortunately they're not always able to accommodate what we do and what a lot of other people do for various reasons. I don't need to get into it, but we just want to throw our back into trying to help people along,
I mean, Adrian Williams put it well. Like, he got a bus down from Dublin to Wexford because it's easy. It's a hop on a bus, get down, and a hop on the bus back.
Shout out to Adrian.
It was classy. He came down.
He's putting in the work.
And like Gravity Well came down from Belfast that night. And they're a fantastic band, really great.
And like what we have here with the presentation, like we have a 200 cap venue that we can put heads in. Like there can be heads in there.
And every time, well, the last two gigs they've been there, the first gig sold out was 175 cap.
180.
180.
We sold it out,
and 120 for the last gig. So it's being filled. So it's a great opportunity for bands to come down.
And we do have gigs booked throughout the year, providing nothing goes wrong. We do have events booked throughout the year, like, and we are trying to get like everyone we can from around the country that like, I know there's the element of like, we like them or whatever like that, but like, look, we're trying to just open the place up to everyone. It's a little bit selfish in the sense that we just want bands we like to come to us too. You know, no, but I don't mean like big bands. I mean like genuinely like there's bands that are literally like one guy and a drummer, like, or there's bands from like Dundalk that are really cool, want to get down. Like, it's just like they want to get out of their towns. Let's fucking get them out of their towns.
Rising tide raises all boats. Like
it does.
Spot on. We've hit something here, and we need to use it. You know, we need.
I'm glad you're using this.
People.
I'm glad you're using the podcast as a platform for this as well, because I mean I've had my fair share of promoters on the show, and it's a scene that just needs a few new areas for bands to play in, be it Wexford, be it Waterford, be it Kilkenny. Again, like, they were real strongholds back 10-15 years ago, and you know, we just need new young blood coming through as well. So it's really heartwarming to hear you talk about young bands like that, and the fact that you've a venue as well that can support.
They've been the venue's been incredibly like accommodating for us. Like, they've had to put up with a lot of shit from a lot of shitty people, and like they've never turned their back on us, which we have to really like shout out, because they could have easily have just been only an art gallery, because that's what they are too. They're an art gallery, but like they welcomed us in with open arms, and they've been incredibly reasonable with us. You know what I mean? There have been other venues in the past to do that too, but right now this is the last one standing, as it were, in our locale. So thanks guys.
I think I suppose when we were growing up as well, there wasn't a lot of places for us to play, so I think it's kind of important for us to kind of give other talented bands, talented musicians the platform to actually come in and actually do what they enjoy doing. It's not all about like us putting gigs on, because I know there's plenty of the gigs that have been organized that we're not playing at, you know.
I have no interest in doing the whole like, oh, we organize gigs and we're always on the bill. Like, I as a player and a promoter, I have no interest in that fucking bullshit. No thanks. Like, you know.
So what are the plans for 2024 for 12 Gauge Outrage?
What about the re-record for the first thing anyway?
Get the live album like all edited together and all produced and put that out. That'll be a big one. Well. Then the re-release of the first EP for the kind of 10-year anniversary of it.
Take note.
And then while we're distracting you with all that, bam, we'll go and we'll do something new maybe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I really want to do for next year is get out of Ireland and go across the water, whether it be Scotland, Wales, England. It'd just be a nice little step push forward for ourselves, and I think that's kind of the next thing we need to focus on.
That's a goal we're going to aim for. I think getting across over to the UK is something we really want to do.
So anyone listening, hit us up.
Well, there's plenty of Scottish bands that have featured on the show, lads, and that's the reason why they're on the show, is just to build relationships between
love to play Ireland, Scotland. Love to play Scotland.
I suppose we'd love to get Scottish bands down as well.
I think that is worth noting. Like, not to be like committing to anything that early, but like we'd love to bring people from international areas. Not even with the caveat of we trade off. We just love to get people in. Like, music, good music's good music. Just fucking bring it from wherever. Like, That being said, if they do want to play here and want to give us a gig, that would be sound.
Exactly.
And even like anyone that's coming over, like if they're hitting Dublin, like we are just an hour and a half down the road, and there is a venue here that can take you as well with a different crowd. Like it makes so much sense for where we're situated as well. Like if anyone out there does want to hit us up,
like Jesus, as I was saying, like it's the Dublin bus down, but also we have the Rossler Harbour. You're directly connected. Like the Wexford's a good spot for that kind of stuff. So
brilliant,
and easy access.
That's great then, lads. We leave it at that. Look, congratulations again on a fucking fantastic EP. Great to have you back on the scene.
Thank you so much.
And absolutely killing it, in fairness. So, all I can do is just wish you the best. As you said, you've got a busy 2024 ahead, and let's not forget also that we need to see live. We need to see down in Cork, need to see in Limerick and a few other places. So hopefully that will be worked upon as well, despite you being so busy with all the other stuff.
Love to go back to Limerick. That'd be great.
Yeah, Limerick would be cool.
Because I love Limerick as a county anyway. I love the city. It's such a nice spot. We played years ago now, and
2019 we played the Siege.
First time.
Yeah,
first band on, and even then, first band on, it was still a good amount of heads there.
Queue out the door, like waiting to get in, like.
And I think it's going to be a matter of where you're going to hear a lot of knocks from 12 gauge on promoters' doors now for the next
promo. I wouldn't say you're cutting a promo, brother.
Let me get you on this.
The cream of the crop.
Oh, we're doing the rest of the things. Oh God.
Oh yeah. No, I'd love to hit Limerick again. Like seeing the boys down there the other week, Mr. West, like a light of fire under your arse. Like it's just. Oh, that's inspirational. That
even though it's Cork. Oh, do you know where I want to get back to is Galway. We played in Sally Long's years ago.
Sally Long's was awesome. We were in Sworn. Who was it?
That was Conjuring Fate.
Conjuring Fate. There's a poster for it somewhere on my roof here. Yeah, I can't find it. But
who sadly broke up there a couple months ago.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, but Alpha Sister is kind of born out of that there now, isn't it?
That's
it's
right.
Like
You're spot on. Yeah.
Band, yeah.
And just really quickly, Richie, just before we go to like Belfast is a beautiful place to play.
Fuck yeah, Belfast is
James, shout out to James Belfast and James Loveday up there. There's a gorgeous scene up there where people are.
Jake as well from Elder Druid is also promoter up there.
Yes. There's a beautiful scene up there where people go out for the music and stay out for the music.
It's great to go to a place where when you're playing songs, they're not going out to the smoking area. They're actually standing there and listening to you play. They might not know you, but they're there to listen.
I was actually going to say that the weirdest thing about Belfast was the fact that people were waiting until after or between sets to go have a smoke or go get a drink. You know, normally they'll either just leave for the set and never come back, or they'll just indiscriminately leave. But they're like, no, we'll do that in between bands. And it's like, that's a very high level of respect for.
And you can tell how much James loves doing what he does. Like it's kind of infectious as well. But
we did the Metal to Masses up there 3 years in a row, I think. We didn't go for it this year.
This year.
No, we just took a break.
We always found the crowd so well up there. Like it was just so nice for us. Like
so there's plenty there, lads, and so hopefully 2024 we'll see you on the road at some stage anyway. And thanks again for taking the time to come on, Reggie, Ciaran, Bryan, and Mike. Fair play to you, lads.
Thank you, Richie.
Thanks, Richie.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and crucially, everybody support your local metal scene.
Absolutely, please.
Yeah, please.